Hey, what's up? I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. I, like most readers, anytime I'm feeling sad or just angry or like really honestly any emotion at all, I buy books. It's a problem. So over the past few months, I have been collecting books that I have bought or that were sent to me or that I got from the library, and no, it's a bit of a stack, and now here we are. We're going to talk about all the books that I have just been in my feels gathering and those things. Before we get too far into the video, I do want to thank today's sponsor, which is Book of the Month. I've been a long time Book of the Month user, and it is one of my favorite book services. This is a monthly subscription service where each month you get to choose from a selection of books at a fantastic price, and a hardcover book comes to your door. The selection is between 5 to 7 titles, and they're from a variety of genres. They are new, upcoming, or exciting titles. They've basically done all the work for you in choosing the best book of the month. I, for one, had a kind of a hard time choosing this month. There was a lot of good choices. The first book that I chose was A Kiss Her Once for Me. Now, this takes a spin on the fake dating trope in that we follow our main character, and she has this night of meeting this woman and like instantly falling in love with her, but something goes wrong and her life is just troublesome and things just don't work out for them. She ends up getting a proposal from her landlord, so in order for him to get his inheritance, he needs to get married. He decides that they should have a fake marriage so that he can get that, and then he can financially help her as well. Just so happens that his sister is the woman that she's in love with. Oh, it's messy, and I'm here for it. So I think this sounds so good. This does take place, I believe, around the holiday season as well, so it's a great read for the season. My other choice was All the Dangerous Things, and this is about a woman whose baby goes missing from his crib. She is, of course, desperate to figure out what has happened. Her life begins to revolve around this mystery. She is trying to just dig up anything at this point and agrees to go on to a true crime podcast, but the things that she begins to wonder about herself, because this interviewer is just bringing up a lot of things. He has dug very far into her past. Now she can't trust herself and what happened the night that her child went missing. I really love Book of the Month service, and I also love that anytime I'm in a reading slump or I'm just not interested in their selections, I can also skip at absolutely no charge. I just love that this service is affordable. It's great for expanding my library. They are running a special this month where if you use the code WONDER, you can get your first box for $5. That's a steal. That is a steal. Thank you, Book of the Month, for sponsoring this video. Let's see what else I have gotten. I did go to YALSA for work, which is about young adult books, also young adult programming within library spaces and things like that. However, they were doing some giveaways of books there. One of which I got was The Getaway. They were really hyping this book up, and it just sounded really fun, really thrilling, and something that I would probably enjoy. It's basically about a resort that is existing like in an apocalypse, I believe, and it's about like how this resort is really well known for people to come and relax, but also some of them go missing because the owners are selling packages for like into the world stuff or something. I don't know. It sounds fascinating that it's like apocalypse resort stuff, so I'm here for it. It sounds like a really fun idea. To see A.S. King do an acceptance speech for an award that she had won. And I have read A.S. King's work before, but I did happen to get Glory O'Brien's History of the Future, as well as Ask the Passengers, signed specifically for me. I love how uniquely A.S. King is able to tell her stories and how well that they can connect with kids because they are a little weird, a little quirky, but also they're very raw. So I'm interested in these because I know that these ones are definitely some that are more well-known, more acclaimed. So, a girl who I believe gains the ability to see into the future, and she's dealing with loss, but being able to see into the future is helping her deal with this loss, I believe. Then this other one is about a girl who is struggling with her sexuality, and she doesn't feel like she can come out to anyone in her life, so instead she talks to the passengers on planes going by. and how she doesn't realize that she could have a connection to some of these people on the plane. I'm fascinated in the concept of this, so I'm really intrigued to see how this is actually executed. I did receive a gift as well, The Least of My Scars by Stephen Graham Jones, and this was a gift from Chris, so thank you, Chris, so much. I love that the note says, "This is full of trigger warnings. Enjoy." Which, yes, thank you. That's exactly what I want. This is about a serial killer who's gone very much, I believe, under the radar, and everything is fine and dandy until he stops getting victims and he starts to lose his mind. And there's also a woman out for revenge, and she might get to him first. So, I don't know. Serial killer perspective, I'm here for it. I also received a gift from Tara. Thank you so much, Tara, for gifting me more tabbies. I can never have enough of these. So, thank you so much for thinking of me and sending these along. I really appreciate it. I also found some bargain books at one of my local stores, and I snatched them up immediately because I was like, oh my god, I can't be, none of these were more than $3. I had to. I might go back and get more because I was just so caught off guard. I wasn't even there. I was there to pick out greeting cards. Anyway, Kingsbane. I have the first one, which is, what is the first? Furyborn. I've heard fantastic things about the series. I don't really know much about it. I know that it's fantasy, and I've just heard a lot of praise. So I figured if I already own the first one and the second one is only $3, even if I don't like it, it's not going to be that big of a loss. But it's a hardcover part of a series that I have, so why not? Then I also found Marley, which is essentially about how Marley and Scrooge work together to create this really deceitful practice, and that they had really tied themselves together in business and whatnot, but they're also both very greedy, and how this path that they go on ends up crossing into a way that, of course, leads to Marley's ghost and why his ghost needs to return. So I think this is a fun, it seems like a fun twist on a classic, and I'm quite interested, and it seems like the perfect time of year to read it. So why not? Also, the color, so nice, so nice. Also found For Everyone, Jason Reynolds, and I believe this is a collection of poetry by Jason Reynolds. So I've been wanting to kind of delve more into his collection. I'm not normally one for poetry, but I'm always down to give it a try every now and then because I like to think that maybe I just haven't found what I'm looking for yet. Maybe this will be it. And also, yes, the sticker will not come off. It's very rude. Who does that? And then this one was one that just kind of intrigued me. The cover intrigued me, and then the synopsis intrigued me. The length of it intrigued me. So this is called The Game, and this is about these students who play a game of assassin every year, and it just so happens that this year the assassin game has become too real. Students are actually dying, and they realize that it's based on a list, and we follow some characters who realize that the list is getting to them, and they have to figure out who the heck is killing students before they die. It sounds like a really fun story, so why not? And it looks very short. I'm all about the short books these days. Also received quite a large package from Sourcefire Books. So I wanted to show you all of them because it is like all their mystery thriller type books, and I'm so excited. So thank you, Sourcefire, for sending these my way. Some of these are out, some of them are ARCs. So I just want to show them all to you because I think they all sound delicious and fantastic and amazing. We have No Way Home, and this is about a girl who is gonna have her dream trip. Where's she going? Rome. She's going to Rome. She's got a dream trip to Rome, and she's staying with this family, and everything seems lovely and fantastic until she wakes up and sees that her host family is being very not nice, and they have taken her parents hostage, and she now has to do everything that they say in order to keep her parents alive. It's like the reverse of Taken, and I'm here for it. I'm fascinated by it. This cover, don't go to sleep. This cover, amazing, fantastic, beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. This takes place in New Orleans, and there's an illness going around, but there's also a man with an axe going around killing people. And our main character believes that she knows who it is because he had tried to attack her years before. So they're trying to work on clues and figure out where he is exactly. But in the midst of looking for all this, she realizes that she might have a connection to this mass axe murderer. Then we have She's Gone, and this is about a boy who wakes up in the hospital after a terrible accident where he was driving, crashed, and his girlfriend's blood is found in the vehicle, but she has disappeared. Suspicions fall on him because he can't really remember much of what has happened before, but he swears that he wouldn't have done any of this. But the more that he tries to remember what has happened, the more people are telling him kind of like what has happened. Like they had arguments before, they had gotten in the car and all this other stuff. He starts to realize that maybe his memory is not to be trusted and maybe he did kill her. Then we have a Don't Let In the Cold. Oh my, this one sounds so good. This is about two sisters who go to a cabin to bond, and then a blizzard hits. And while they're there, a stranger shows up claiming that he is lost and he just needs shelter. And so they take him in. However, they see him talking in the driveway with three men later on. Now they decide that they need to get out of there, and as they do, they realize that they are being hunted by the three men. Can they trust this man? Can they not? What is going on? I'm here for it. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. Here, now this comes out in May, and this is about a girl who her grandmother is dying, so she goes to help take care of her grandmother. The thing is, this town that she lives in is really weird in that no one is allowed to go in the water because when they do, bad things happen. Our main character, though, she loves to swim. She loves being on the swimming team, and she's miserable. So she's like sick of hearing all these myths and this lore and whatnot, and she decides, screw it, I'm just gonna go get in the water, and bad things start happening. Oh, okay. I'm so excited. Rin Chupeco, The Girl from the Well. This one is about a vengeful ghost who basically gets revenge on those who hurt children. Sounds amazing. Sounds fantastic. Also by Rin is The Sacrifice. So this is about an island that has this curse on it. However, this isn't going to dissuade some Hollywood crew from coming in there and doing a reality show there. So that's what they do. They bring in these contestants to be on this reality show. The only thing is they don't realize that these poor contestants are going to be sacrifices to some god. Yeah. Not creepy at all. Okay, and then I had absolutely no control whatsoever when it came to special editions of books in the past few months. I ordered a lot, and it's okay because they're all beautiful and fantastic and amazing, and it's fine. So the first one that I had to get was Waterstones was doing an anniversary edition of If We Were Villains, so naturally I had to have it. This is only like my third or fourth copy of this book because it's my favorite of all time, and you should know that. Anyway, this one's blue. It's got gold. This is a murder mystery that takes place at a Shakespeare Academy. Oh, it's fabulous, and I love it so very much, and it just has this beautiful artwork in it. It's got gold embossing underneath as well. It has artwork throughout, like it has different scenes in what, not like throughout as well. So this is just stunning, beautiful, amazing. So very excited to have this. Some of the monthly fairy loots, one of which was Princess of Souls. I am obsessed with this design. Green and orange is my current obsession, color combo obsession. So I am obsessed. I'm so glad that they are including some paperbacks in some of their boxes as well. We follow Celestra, who is kind of like a fortune teller type deal to the king, and she also harvests souls to keep him alive. And then we also have Nox, and he's a soldier, and he's going to come kill her. But the problem is that their futures become intertwined, and they have to work together. We love to see it. I love when an assassin might have to fall in love. It's kind of amazing. Also, Belladonna, and this is probably one of the most gorgeous editions that I think Fairy Loot has ever done. The colors are fantastic. The pages are fantastic. We follow a girl whose mother has died, and her mother's ghost shows up and basically says, I was poisoned, I was killed, don't trust anyone here. So she decides to try to work with a boy in order to, like, figure out what has happened. But her best alliance is to work with Death himself to figure out this mystery. Yes, 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 and yes, yes, yes. One dark window. This is also like the coloring on this one in particular is also absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely one I can see myself displaying. And this is about a girl who has what is called the nightmare in her mind, that she kind of helps make decisions and do things and magic and whatnot. And she ends up meeting up with this highwayman, and they embark on this journey together to try to help rid of, like, this curse that's taking over the town and whatnot. And they begin to fall in love. The problem is the nightmare is taking over her mind. And so she's probably not going to be who she was for very long. I also am such a sucker for special editions for series that I've already gotten from their boxes, which is such a good business model. Thank you for continuing to make these, but also you put them in my hands, so now I have no choice but to continue with the series and buying the series in your beautiful editions. I get it. Fantastic. Brilliant idea. These Twisted Bonds, which is the sequel to these Hollow Vows, this is the matching set, and this is basically about a girl who goes into the Fae world even though she hates the Fae because her sister is going to get married, and so she decides to go in there. The problem is she ends up kind of falling for maybe one or two of the Fae while she's there. There's also, like, a war and, like, impending things are gonna happen, like, the humans might die, and so, like, she has to help with that. But, like, who cares about that when there's romance? I'm really enjoying the first one in this series, and I was afraid to miss out on this one, so I went ahead and got it. I haven't finished the first one, and I don't know if I will just because I haven't read the rest of the series, so I kind of forgot that I ordered this, I'm not gonna lie, but these editions are gorgeous, and I'm kind of obsessed with them, so now I'm like, should I read Caraval or whatever the heck it is, and then read these? Like, I'm kind of confused about the order of which I should be reading these because these are pre-existing characters and what. Anyway, it kind of feels like Alice in Wonderland, but more magical and more adventurous and a little deceitful, and I kind of love it. And then I also got The Blood Trader, which is the third and last in the Prison Healer series. I have read the first two, and I'm interested to read this one. I have heard mixed things about this overall series, and I'm feeling mixed things about it in these editions, so I feel like I needed to complete it. So there is that. I need the matching set. And then when you thought I was done, I'm not. Here's the thing. I can't just buy the books or get the books. I also have to check out the books because why not just all the books? And, like, you know, when you check them out from the library, they're free, and then it's just a never-ending cycle. So I ended up ordering all the graphic novels that were on the Goodreads Choice Awards because I thought I was going to read them all and do a video, but then my desire to do videos kind of so anyway, I still have them and I might still read them, so we'll see if a vlog ends up coming with those or not. We have Welcome to St. Hell. I don't really know what these are about. Honestly, I just picked them up because they were the Goodreads winners, so I'm not going to go into those currently. Also, Fangirl 1 and 2, this is, I did not realize that this is just a graphic novel form, I guess, of the book. I have feelings about the book, so we'll see about that. Chef's Kiss, which looks absolutely adorable. Oh my god, this looks so cute, and I'm actually really excited about that. Demon in the Wood, which is a prequel to the Shadow and Bone series, and I think it's about the Darkling and kind of like his origin story. Ooh, dark. Oh my god, almost dropped all those. Oh, so dark and whatever. Crumbs, which is wow, big hefty wow. Anyway, Crumbs looks cute. I was actually so surprised that pretty much all of the nominees were contemporary romance. Fascinated. Messy Roots as well, also a hefty one. and then Squire, and then there was a few other ones that I ordered as well that just haven't come in yet. So there are there's all the books that I got in the past like 2 months. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you Book of the Month for sponsoring this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!